Going live. I'm live! Hello, everyone! Ooh, already we're at 7 concurrent viewers, according to this website. Oh, back down to 6. Anyway, yes, I'm monitoring that quickly. Hello, people. I am back after a couple of weeks of being off. Believe me, this last one was not wanted. Oh, well, I guess we're just at 3 concurrent viewers. Great, awesome. Thanks, YouTube. You're a fucking mess. Hi, Phoenix Rising. I'm okay. Also, I am joined by my regular co-host, Cybernetic Pink Eye.
How's it going?
I'm sorry, did I catch you off guard there?
Oh, I was hoping that the bottle I opened would make more of a noise.
No, instead it just went... It sounded like you, clapped. Like, not even clapped, but, like you missed clapping.
Just attempting to have a little quirkiness opening this bottle of Mike's Hard. And can I just say, before we get started,
No.
I got this particular flavor is black cherry, and at the top of the bottle it says, the not so innocent cherry. Mind you, this is on a product that is sold in stores throughout the country. And apparently no one has a problem with this.
I mean, you're a vanilla boy, so I wouldn't expect you to understand.
That's fair.
And hi, yes, back to the village of the mad cultist people. Hello, Tucker. Glad you're able to catch a stream. It has been a couple of weeks, and it wasn't that I had a vacation, let me say that. 2 weeks ago, I was feeling sick enough that I actually could not get to the computer to do some streaming. It was not a great day for a number of reasons, but health-wise, it was just not going to work out. And this last week, I wanted to stream. I absolutely wanted to. I got everything all set up. I booted up the game. I was sitting here, and I was like, all right, I'm going to click the Go Live button.
Then everything changed when the Copen Nation attacked.
So, Google decided to change things around this last week. Probably related to some of their new policies. Probably related to them trying to continue to pass the buck onto the user base instead of, not collecting data on people that use their site. Because they just can't fucking help themselves. But anyway, so they tried to change some things around, and it ended up actually breaking several services. The ones that I've been able to observe directly were things like Discord apparently having, it's not directly Google, but they use, the same service, it's like Cloudflare or something. And that ended up actually creating some difficulties there, and has been having some hiccups throughout this last week as well. And apparently one of the things that it also changed was something with being able to actually connect to streaming. It was actually a noted problem that some individuals were going to have some difficulty connecting to doing streaming this last week.
Mm-hmm.
So I wanted to stream. I absolutely did, and it was definitely not. It was definitely not a vacation, let me tells ya.
Yeah.
Death to PG-13, COPPA, YouTube. Well, the thing is that it's not that COPPA is the issue. The only thing with COPPA, the only thing with that law is basically they're saying do not collect data on children. That is what that law is. That law is not, impede people from posting creative content. It literally is, don't take the data from children and store it. Don't record it. Don't do it for people who are under the age of 13. And this is a protective measure to make sure that the data of children is not being stored somewhere where people with malicious intent can then mine that data and use that for their own purposes. That is the whole fucking point of the law. YouTube broke. Good. Awesome. So viewers will experience buffering. Anyway. So YouTube broke that law and they got fined, and so what they decided to do was, instead of actually, changing the problem, and I ranted about this before too, instead of actually changing the fucking problem, they passed it on to us. Now, they did actually recently come out and clarify that the videos that are all ages will not be considered directed at children. They're not going to be considered for kids content. They're considered to be all ages, but it's not an actual child or children content thing. So you would be able to contest something like that. You would be able to, it should not target you, and if it does, then you should be able to contest it. According to what they have said, based on their own system.
Yeah.
But the thing is that YouTube is not doing its due diligence to make sure that it's actually protecting its user base and is in fact using its user base, and knowingly, might I add. They know that children are using their platform. They fucking advertised it to their advertisers that they were doing this.
Yeah.
So it's not like they didn't know that children are using their site and having their data collected, and that data being collected could be used for advertisers to target their advertisements at children. But all of that is a rant that I've already done devoted many hours to already. I'm still
both
pissed
on
off.
stream and off.
Yep. Yeah, he can definitely confirm. I've had to try and console people who are like, my channel is now dead, all of my content could be construed as being for children, I have no way to be able to make money, they're going to demonetize me, is there a point to even using YouTube, like, do we have any alternatives? There have been so many people who've been utterly devastated and even terrified because they threaten the $42,000 fine thing because they're not actually explaining who would be hit by $42,000.
Yeah, like especially like artists and animators, particularly.
Yeah. Well, then, like, $42,000 is a general term that they like. It could be up to that amount. And the whole point is, if you're not making $42,000 a year, they're not going to fine you that amount of money. They're going to fine you proportionate to what your actual income is. They're going to fine you based on what you are likely actually able to be paying, something that would be an incentive for you to not do something without necessarily completely destroying you.
Yes.
But yeah, so it's a lot of misinformation, a lot of lack of information, and only recently did they actually come forward and clarify anything. And even then, it's not something that they directly sent out to people, but something that they kind of vaguely posted to their social media. And it's kind of like, thanks, YouTube. Now the rest of us have to do all of the work to make sure that people understand that they're not actually going to be in danger of the shit that they're afraid of.
Misinformation on my internet? It's more likely than you think.
It's entirely likely. Anyway, so 2 weeks ago, well, technically 3 weeks ago, we left off.
Moving the conversation from our dystopia to this in-game one.
Well, okay, the in-game isn't really a dystopia, per se. The only thing that's going on here is that we are now in an ancient temple that was located in Haven that we didn't even know was on the fucking map. But it might be our only way to get a hold of something like the Holy Grail, or the equivalent thereof. And it literally is. The Holy Grail was supposed to be, I think, what collected the ashes, of Jesus or something like that. Whatever it fucking was. I don't even fucking know. No, it wouldn't have been the ashes. It wouldn't have been the ashes of Jesus. I'm stupid. Yeah. I'm not a Christian anymore, by the way, just so you guys know.
You know more about it than I do.
But basically, Holy Grail was supposedly something to do... Was it? I don't even know the fucking...
I've never picked up a Bible in my life, so...
People who are watching this later after the fact, it could be, like... I forget any number of the things. It could have been, like, the last thing that he was drinking from, or, like, it was offered to him when he was hanging on the cross, or any number of things. But basically, holy artifact that is related to the religion. In this case, the Urn of Sacred Ashes is the collected ashes of Andraste, at least supposedly. The downside that dystopia is that none of this. People can rest easy knowing that I make the world a better place.
You know, the closest I've come to reading the Bible was reading The Origin of Species, so...
Fair enough. Also, J-Dude makes the point it supposedly was the cup from the Last Supper, so that was one of the other options I was considering in there. But yeah, cup from the Last Supper that he drank from, and so it's now the Holy Grail, and whatever, it's all bullshit.
Yeah. Actually, scratch that. The closest I've come to reading the Bible is reading fucking Angels and Demons. Or then the Da Vinci Code.
So, without much further... Oh god, look, there's Torture Wall over there. Awesome. Awesome. Anyway.
Fucking ball torture in my Dragon Age?
Look. Yes.
I am.
I'm gonna keep going, cause fuck you.
I mean, we weren't getting monetized anyway.
No. Well, I mean, I do get monetized, but it's from Patreon. For anyone who would like to support this and as well as Sirenia Studios, you can always check out my Patreon, linked usually in the description of every video that goes up on both channels. As well as through Super Chats whenever I'm streaming, which I feel like a couple of people have made it their lifelong, or their life mission to fucking give me all of the money, and I've been threatened with a donation. I was threatened with a donation just the other day.
I like how people have taken to you. People have taken to giving you money like others have taken to flirting with Ashley Nichols on her stream.
Gee, I wonder if there's going to be fighting going on in here. I will say that the design here is actually fantastic. I mean, for what it was at the time.
Make his breath. Look at it.
I can definitely dig the aesthetic of this place.
Alright, let's see. Oh, that looks like there's going to be a lot of people. It's gonna be a lot of enemies. Yes, it is. Okay, you guys are gonna die. Just so you know. Let's see. Drop that there. There we go. What? 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 No. Well.
I love the fucking, like, the posing of the enemies on the columns. Like, oh no, wait, sorry, those are statues. Because I thought those were some of the enemies you're gonna face. And I was like, what is this fucking anime opening?
Thanks for coming over to swing your sword at someone who's already dead, Alistair.
I mean, it's...
Yeah, I know. It's established.
Yeah, par for the course at this point.
Okay, well, there are apparently more enemies in this next room. Okay, so we'll deal with that in just a second.
You know, I only just now realized, like, the actual meaning behind that term, and I'm kicking myself because I've played golf before.
What?
So I'm not sure why it never occurred to me earlier.
Oh, part of the course?
Yeah.
Oh! Yeah. Hope this can help fund future content. So, Tucker has decided to super chat me $10. Hope this can help fund future content, and I'm glad I caught the stream. You two always make my day, and after a rough month, this is such a welcome occurrence. Love you too, and keep rocking it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Tucker.
Legitimately, thank you. Wow, that sounded about as authentic as fucking ever. God. Genuinely. God, thank you. Like, I am so glad if we're able to... I'm sorry you've had a rough month. I really am. I mean, like, mood. I have not exactly had the easiest month either. There have been some difficulties on the horizon and all sorts of shit, but...
Yeah, I mean, I don't mean to speak for the two of us, but, like, whether it's us on our own, like, doing our own things independently or doing collaborative stuff like streams or stuff, I think at the end of the day, if we can, like, make things a little better for anyone who's watching our shit, I think that's kind of a reward in and of itself.
Absolutely. Like, I know that this was one of those, oh yes, it's a reward in and of itself, but it really is. Like, legitimately,
Yeah, legit.
I've been in that position where I've been in a really shitty place and watching a video or watching a stream or hanging out with someone has been the only thing that's kept me from completely losing it. And if I can do that for other people, like, that is a huge, huge compliment. So, I am probably streaming next week, barring something else happening. In fact, I might be seeing about what I can do to stream a little bit more often, in fact. Maybe for these next couple of weeks. Yeah. And yeah, I do hope that you feel better soon, too.
Oh, yeah.
as other people are chiming in the comments.
Yeah, take care of yourself, my dude.
Yes. And let's see. Oh, look, there are more enemies in here. What a surprise. Oh, look, they're cultists that are just living their life. Well, I guess it's time for them to die.
I guess. Also, I'm not sure if it's if other people are experiencing it, but I'm getting some major lag on my end with
Yeah. YouTube has been doing exactly that. Error, error, error. Stream health is excellent. Error. Stream is healthy. Error. Stream is healthy. You're not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming.
No, but YouTube is too big to fail, though.
I will be watching only for a short time because you have to go back to work. We'll donate next month. Lord knows this. Lord does know that you've already threatened me with a fucking good time.
Yeah, and again, we want to stress, no one who watches these things is by any stretch of the imagination obligated to donate. Like, it's because, especially with things being the way they are in terms of modern society, shit's rough for everyone. So if you want to contribute but you can't donate, don't fucking worry. Like,
Yeah.
you being here, like, the numbers themselves help.
As you desire.
The fact that you're here, the fact that you're watching, even just the fact that I'm not just screaming into the void over here is in itself very meaningful to me.
Oh, yeah.
Sealed letter. Ah.
Yeah, let's get some hugs for Tucker in the chat.
Error. YouTube is not receiving enough video.
The fuck you say?
Oh, I see. Also, you may notice some similarities between this and some of the shit that we were encountering in the Dalish area.
I mean, I could make a joke about reused assets, but...
It could be reused assets, but it's actually very intentional that a lot of the ancient stuff that was going on, the ancient stuff were all interconnected. That's what I'm basically saying.
Oh, yeah.
What's in... Oh, God, what's in here?
All the books. Do you think any of those might still be readable?
I mean, every now and then, some entertainment value derived from a BioWare product is intentional.
Ah, Scroll of Banastor. There's actually quite a few of them here, so...
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Then do it! And that was completely pointless.
Shall we go?
Yes, we shall go!
I am far too deep in the Has-Been Hotel fandom, because when you said Bannister, I heard something completely different for a split sec.
Can't unlock! YouTube
or
isn't
won't.
receiving enough video, given what you're trying to do. I thought you wanted less video. Mixed signals, YouTube.
Uh-huh.
But I am glad that you were able to make it even for a little bit, Skeeto. But, I mean, the life of someone who is working is
Yeah.
never done, technically.
I love the visual of YouTube as a whole being this glitchy tsundere of a service.
I mean, it is. Oh god, that- oh fuck! Oh, that was loud! Oh, that was loud!
Good thing I watched these streams muted then.
They just like screamed! I was scared! What the fuck is this Bronto doing? Oh, okay, it's killing me. Fine, I get it.
I mean, yeah.
Also, I may be a little over-leveled for this area. FYI.
I mean, I don't think there are going to be many people complaining about you speeding your way through this level. Especially after multiple episodes of slugging it through fucking
Denerim.
deep roads.
Oh, that too. It's not like about views or anything. In Jumanji, now I want a visual novel where you date websites. You know what?
That probably exists.
Hi, guys! Also, you can see all of the fucking enemies in this area. Woo!
Of course.
You opened the door into
activated my trap card.
You activated my trap mage. Wait, you know
mean-
what? That starts getting into...
Yeah, moving right along.
Alistair! Okay, so you see how there are people behind you that are attacking? Go after them instead of the person who is surrounded.
You know, Ragnar, like, I actually seem to recall a comic about Gajinka versions of browsers where, like, it had personified versions of, like, Internet Explorer, Firefox, and Chrome. And, like, and I think the joke was that Chrome was, like, at first glance, eating up the least data, but then they opened the door to another room, and there's just, like, a slew of, like, Chrome doppelgangers who are eating up a bunch of other data behind the scenes.
Huh.
Which is
I
appropriate.
know that look. You have
I think
something on
Chi-Chi
your
may have
mind,
even dubbed
don't
that
you?
one.
What do you know of this place? I didn't mean to click on her, but let's see what she knows of this place.
Next to nothing, I'm afraid. Perhaps there is little to know about this place.
Take care, Skeeto.
Alright, take care, Skeeto. Perhaps there's little to know about this place, says Liliana, about the ancient fucking temple that might be housing the holy fucking grail. Nothing to know. Oh, thank you, Tucker. Oh, the Game Awards sucked. Yeah, I heard. I didn't watch, but I heard.
And I intentionally muted anything and everything having to do with the Game Awards because fuck the modern video game industry.
I mean, yeah. The modern video game industry, I have a mixed bunch of feelings about.
Yeah,
I say as I play a video game for people's entertainment.
I literally could not possibly care less about modern gaming at this point. I am that bitter about it. Yeah.
Hi, cultist mage!
For those who are curious as to why I'm bitter about it, go watch my video on DLC.
Oh, fuck!
Thanks again, Tucker,
Yes.
by the way.
Alright. Lovely indeed. Oh, look at all of these dead people. People who were I'm going into Barbie voice. Jesus.
Look at all these corpses.
Tell me.
Tell me, says Liliana.
Marvelous.
What? Oh. Hi, Reaver. Oh, hello! Bunch of people who are gonna die? Bitter about modern games. Hello, Ollie Thompson. You still playing this game? I remember watching your DAO playthrough first when you had that Daft Punk song in your intro. How many times have I played this game now? I actually did not play it for like the last several years, not since I last uploaded the content. So this is a new playthrough because I am establishing, and I think I say this towards the beginning of the streaming, but I am establishing a new canon, effectively, for going forward. Where the canon is with NML. The Cultist Mage. So this is technically a new-ish playthrough. And it's going to I mean, it's making a lot of the same choices, but there are actually also some differences along the way as well. And I'm doing this because it's also been literally years since I've last played through this game, which has actually led to things like me forgetting certain things and not remembering every last little minor detail going into it. Also, modern games are run by a bunch of companies that have no interest in actually making something worthwhile for its audience. so much
Yeah.
as it is trying to get as much money as they possibly can out of their shareholders.
Yeah. I mean, they've stopped caring to the point of not even releasing finished products at this point.
Yeah, they literally are not even releasing finished games anymore.
Everything is either just designed with DLC in mind or literally just a live service.
Oh good, there are more people out in the hall now. More enemies.
Get along.
Hi!
And when it's not either of those things, you can bet your ass there's going to be, like, 2 or more definitive edition re-releases following it. I'm glad to hear that, Tucker.
Oh! No, wind's down. Whoops. Got a cool news update. Oh! Oh, that's wonderful! Dio is probably my favorite game. I love Dragon Age 2. It's my actual favorite game in the series. And Inquisition is officially on the list.
Also, you're not wrong, Phoenix. Pretty much any game that's been released within the past decade is guilty of all these things to one degree or another, which is why I'm as bitter as I am about the state of gaming.
Yeah.
Like, I've pretty much fallen out of love with video games at this point.
Yeah, I mean,
Which is unfortunate.
I love certain games, and I will always have a soft spot in my heart for indie developers. Like, I'm always going to give them a little bit more patience because you know that they are working with a love for the subject material, and they're not just making it for the money.
Oh, true. I mean, the other half of it, though, is that more and more indie developers are signing on with big companies. Like, Toby Fox has been doing a lot of stuff with, like, Game Freak as of late. So, I'm hoping Toby doesn't lose track of his own stuff.
I don't think he's gonna.
Yeah, I hope not.
If there's anyone that I trust to actually not fall down that rabbit hole, it's gonna be Toby fucking Fox, who managed to include a tiny riff of I'm having a baby and the baby is you music in his official Pokemon song.
Yeah, I mean, fingers crossed. I mean, that's another fucking like whole thing to go into with fucking Sword and Shield stuff, but you know, we'll save that for another time.
Oh yes. And then I can't unlock that because I need to do something. What's the fucking thing I need to do?
And before anyone asks, no, I am not a Gen 1er. A Gen 2er possibly, but
Okay, what am I supposed to be doing here again? I know that there's something I need to do to unlock it, but of course I have not been reading anything because I've been doing this a million times, but what am I forgetting?
Undertale I'll still defend, Tucker. I'll definitely agree with that. Smash Bros. Is another story for me personally because I feel it kind of falls under that purview of games designed with DLC in mind. But anyway. All right, you take care, Tucker.
Of course.
God damn it. I am definitely missing something.
I'm sorry I've sort of hijacked your stream as an excuse to vent salt on the state of gaming.
No, it's... yeah. Okay, so there is something... that's main hall that's been marked.
So Jay points out that there might be a temple key in a lootable body.
Yeah, probably. Which is irritating. Because I could have sworn I got some keys there. I'm pretty sure. Whoops. Southeast chamber key. This key, small. Oh, okay, I know where it is. It was that one chamber that I couldn't actually go into because I didn't have the key, but now I have the key. There we go.
I mean, that's just it, Ollie. Most games these days are multiplayer only, or at least designed with multiplayer in mind, and not really any focus on the single-player experience.
Well, and the idea that behind that is that multiplayer keeps people engaged with the game for longer. That they are more likely to have to want to sign in every day because they play with their other friends. It's a very complicated and very cynical approach to developing video games, but yeah, no, they want it to be multiplayer, they want it to be online only, so that they can then eventually remove the servers and thus make it an automatic limited availability that you are purchasing to to the whole fucking game. They want to make it so that you can't just play this game eternally or pick it up 10 years down the line. They want to make it so that you feel compelled to play it as much as you can now because, you're not going to be able to play it later.
And the few games that are being released nowadays that do have single player in mind are either fucking soulless reboots or definitive editions or remasterings of games that still exist that you could play at any point. Should you have kept the console for it? But no, we need to make 10 more remakes of Shadow of the fucking Colossus.
All right, well, let's back a little bit off of the bitter here.
All right.
Calling Salt Shaker on that.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'll step back from that.
It's bitter. There are some terrible things that the game industry is doing, and you know that I'm right there with you, but, we have divided opinions about the nature of, re-releases, remakes, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't have an inherent problem with remakes, I just hate when they're blatantly cynical and for the sake of, oh god, that's a demon!
I mean, that's as good a segue as we're gonna get.
Okay, so that's a dead demon. Good. That's a loud demon. Okay, there's nothing down here. Anyway, basically, video games are one of those mixed things where I do hope that we see a renaissance of video games returning to their roots, as in, creating it for the people who actually enjoy playing the games. And I think we are kind of on the cusp of that, because there's only so long that you can push the hyper monetization of these video games before people are just like, yeah, no, we're not going to do this anymore. We'll find a new entertainment. Or we'll go back to our older games.
Yeah. Also, again, to pick up on your point, Phoenix, the things with, Cyberpunk having Keanu Reeves, I feel like it's the same kind of mindset as including a Guillermo del Toro analog in fucking Death Stranding, or Stranding, or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah. It's just there for the star power. That's literally the only reason it's there. I mean, because you wouldn't give a shit about the game otherwise. I mean, granted, that's me as a non-Hideo Kojima fan saying that, so I can't speak for Kojima fans who might legitimately have been looking forward to the game.
Oh.
It's not that I have anything against Kojima, I'm just...
I'll do it.
Not a dedicated fan.
Right ahead.
Okay.
Then again, I'm not a dedicated fan of anything, so...
No.
Yeah, I will drop anything like a fucking rock if it starts, loading down itself with shit that I find problematic. Yeah, I have no loyalty.
Well, I would like to think you have some loyalty to me.
You, yes. People are a different story than works of fiction. And I would like to think more people would understand that.
What game is the most recent AAA game that you've really enjoyed?
I mean, nothing comes to mind, unfortunately, for me.
Yeah, I can't. Like, I enjoyed Overwatch for a while, and then Blizzard became a fucking Chinese bootlicker.
Yeah.
Okay, when I say that, I don't mean like Chinese people. I mean the Chinese government.
The country.
Yeah.
Well, let's scratch it. Not the country, the government.
The government being oppressive as fuck.
Yeah, because I want to stress this. Governments are not reflective of the will of the people.
Not necessarily, but especially as of lately, definitely not. Free Hong Kong. I'm going to fucking say that, and if I find myself demonetized, well, you'll fucking know why.
Yeah, well, boo fucking who at this point.
Yeah.
I'll say it all fucking day. Free Hong Kong.
Yeah. Yeah, he's not a fan of me. He's a friend of me, but not a fan.
I mean, I started as a fan.
True. I think we've even told that story before, that technically you were looking for various voice actors for various Undertale characters and found my Ask blog, and were like, when we were cast in this one project, doomed though it was, there was there was a moment
hilarious.
Yeah, you're like, oh, by the way, I love your Ask blog.
Yeah. I find it hilarious. I was probably the one person there who didn't know you through Undertale the musical.
Well, I don't think everyone there knew me through. I don't know that Undertale the musical had true. Hi, demon.
I didn't even know it was a thing until later.
Yeah. Hey, it's a frozen demon.
Yes.
Ah!
Let's go into the unknown.
Oh, that's a mage! Oh!
You know, I look at that title, Ashwraith, and all I can think of, man, all those years of not winning the Pokemon League finally caught up to him.
I mean, non-white governments can also be oppressive, yes.
Yeah.
But white is more likely, I'll say that.
Oh yeah, I mean, when I say governments are not reflective of the will of the people, that includes the United States, especially the United States.
Well, not even especially the United States, but we are among the many, many places where the will of the people is absolutely not reflected in
We're one of the worst offenders.
Yeah. Hey, look at these! Elven artifacts, weapons, things. Ancient elven shit.
Elven!
Oh my god. Go.
It's that time of year.
Go away? And speak not again in my presence.
See, now I picture a bunch of fucking raids going, Christmas, Christmas time.
I am so mad at you. I am gonna
Where can I find
kill
that
you.
fucking Christmas album?
Make it.
Welcome back, Tucker. Also, I'm glad you have donuts.
Yay, donuts!
I hope you brought enough for the rest of
Do you like donuts?
us. Yeah, we like donuts.
Do you like ash wreaths? Not so much.
I gotta try out fucking Blue Star Donuts at some point, because I heard nothing but good things about it.
Oh, yeah. Well, and I need to go back and try more Voodoo Donuts. We've already
Yes,
tried it,
absolutely.
but I need to try more.
Oh, yes. And I'm even thinking maybe taking a box home to my family for Christmas.
Well, I mean, let's be reasonable. Do your family, well, maybe your sister. I was gonna say, do your family actually deserve the beauty that is, in fact, Voodoo Donuts?
You bring up a valid point.
No, don't you Blizzard me, you fuck! Ah!
Even in a BioWare game, Blizzard never ceases to fuck people over.
That's horrifying.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. Free Hong Kong. At the Big Donut? More likely than you think. But by a show of hands of people who are enjoying the fuck out of Steven Universe Future.
Well, I can't show you my hand.
Yeah.
What's up here?
Yeah. But I'm not sure if the
Oh,
newest two
enemies!
episodes...
Oh!
So I'm not sure if the newest 2 episodes have come out yet. So let's avoid spoilers in the chat. By the way,
Yeah.
If anyone's appreciating what they've put out so far, just maybe a hands up emoji. Actually, no, scratch that because emojis are. Criminal.
Yeah, don't do emojis in YouTube chats.
Yeah. So just like say raise his hand with text.
Yeah. We have done well! Thank you, Liliana. Oh, game's getting a little laggy. Woo!
So I shall.
Stream is healthy!
As much as it's gonna get.
I suppose so. Voodoo donuts, you say? Are they all made with a recipe? No.
Yeah.
They're
not
named.
quite.
They are named for a signature.
That's Archon Hysarian, the Magister who ordered Andraste burned to
Yeah.
death.
They-
and then
they've got
mercy
this,
on her at the last second.
Sorry, I know you can't keep track of every audio clip that's playing.
Right.
But anyway. Sorry, they are known for a particular signature donut that is unfortunate, but
Yeah, it's.
I will say that it's a tasty donut, but
Oh yeah, it's a jelly filled like voodoo doll donut with a
Yeah.
pretzel stick in place of a pin. Yeah. Somewhat appropriative, but
all I wanna do is see you turn into a giant woman. Giant woman. All I wanna be is someone who gets to see a giant woman.
whatever you're into, Steven.
I mean, to be fair, he was a giant woman.
Yeah, that's fair. That is valid.
From a long line of giant women.
Yeah.
With long necks.
Connie's got some standards to live up to.
Oh my god. I will not tolerate you speaking of my children this way.
Speaking of, like, let's also have, like, a moment of appreciation for Zach's, like, newest EP. Like, the kiddo is going places with his, like, musical talent.
Oh, definitely. Oh, more! More! Good!
Marv!
No.
The sad thing is you and I are probably going to get that reference.
What the fuck? Where did that other demon go? Where did the other demon go? No, where did the other demon did it just collapse? It like sank into the floor and vanished. I was watching it. It just sank into the floor and disappeared.
I have heard about it, Tucker. I've yet to see it because I don't have HBO Go and probably will not be getting it anytime soon. Although I can probably find a assuredly non-pirated version of it somewhere.
In case you wanted a real close-up look at one of these motherfuckers. Evelyn standing inside of one.
I mean, as she did. But yeah, we were even just talking about this, I think last night even, about, like, series knowing when their time has come, like when they've told the story they went out to tell and knowing when to end. So that's why I have mixed feelings about this whole Adventure Time continuation series, because I feel like it had its time in the sun. I enjoyed Adventure Time, but I feel like it's time for it to be laid to rest.
Oh yeah. Knowing when the story is finished is just as important as telling a good story in the first place.
Yeah. So again, that's why I also have my fair share of, you know, opinions, TM, when it comes to things like the Invader Zim and Rocco's Modern Life revivals. I mean, I'm happy with what they did. Don't get me
I
wrong.
could do that for you.
So I could have skipped all of those chests, but like, whatever, free experience.
Yeah.
Mimics are the only monster missing in Dragon Age. Well, they're not the only monster missing.
Oh yeah.
They're all so eager.
They're all so eager. Evelyn, you're the one running into the room.
That would be an interesting casting choice, Tucker.
Huh.
I mean, that's to say, it would be completely out of character for him.
So I shall.
Going from the beanie tank who cannot tank to the angry spirit of a serial killer and cannibal.
So this is an interesting point that... So before, we entered the other chamber, and we were shown Hessarian, the one who ordered the death of Andraste. Here, on the other side, flanked by Mafarath, Andraste's earthly husband and her betrayer.
Andraste's earthly husband and her betrayer.
What did you say their name was again?
Hessarian and Mafarath.
Okay, because I don't know what the fuck is wrong
No!
with my hearing
Something
today.
you need, my dear.
But I could have sworn I thought you said cesarean.
I accidentally clicked on Alistair.
I mean...
Something you need, my dear. Not right now, but thanks. Yeah, no, Hessarian is the
Okay.
Tevinter guy who went, yeah, so Andraste needs to die. So this next chamber is flanked by the two people who basically led directly to her death.
Oh, yeah. I still can't get fucking over just the casual blood splatter on everyone.
I mean, you know, it happens.
It does, just that no one ever fucking comments on it. That's the best part of it.
Alistair, do you happen... I mean, he wouldn't be in the Has-Been Hotel, I'll say that.
Oh, yeah.
Did I just save? I think I saved, but I'm gonna save again. I did just save.
Yeah. Yeah, again, you can never save too many times.
Something
care
you
what
need,
anyone
my dear.
says.
No! What's that you have there? A knife? A knife, my dear? No! Okay.
Oh, God. I mean, that's just it. Alistair can't even handle a fucking sword. I wouldn't trust him with a knife to save my life.
He can handle a sword. You can shut up. Yeah, he changed his mind and stabbed her heart so that she wouldn't burn to death, but would instead, yeah, and that's the other entrance there. You could come through either way.
Ah, boy.
Well. Good, giant Tevinter statues. Oh, good! Enemies. Hi. Fire. Why do you always fall for that? I'm a mage!
All I want to do is comment on these two Tevinter statues, Tevinter statues.
All I wanna be is someone who gets to see Tevinter statues.
Statues. I mean, I'm sure the harmony won't have paired up as nicely timing-wise on your
Well,
end.
you were kind of inaudible because the game was kind of loud.
Ah, fair.
We do need to do more song covers together and singing and oh,
yeah.
hi mage.
That is the plan. Nudge, nudge.
All right, you guys want to fucking go after the other mage while I take down this one? No? Okay. You fucking idiots. Win! Why are you running into you stupid bitch? You are a healer!
You don't heal anything, you stupid bitch.
You don't heal anything when you're dead!
Man, I am just in a musical mood today.
That's fine. Hey, guys, do you want to stop the guy who's trying to fucking beat the shit out of me? Huh? No, that's not an option? No?
Why would they want to do a thing like that?
You idiots! The fucking Christ, you say! I guess
you're
literally right
idiots,
now.
so.
Look, your commentary is not appreciated, sir. Just go back to harmonizing with me, okay?
Uh-huh.
I'm still really pleased with that little script that I put together recently.
Oh yeah,
I'm-
that's gonna turn out lovely.
I mean, it's just a short little fucking thing. Also, you may notice that we are no longer in temple territory. We are now in cave territory. There is a lot of spare for commission you guys singing a Christmas song. Huh. Alright, Tucker. Thank you so much for being here. This is a 4 a.m. stream. Probably not. I believe that I have officially canceled the Sunday streams for now because it was difficult for me to keep up the energy for that entire time for streaming. So,
Yeah.
tis unfortunate, but anyway.
You take care, Tucker.
Oh, that's a trap. Can you take care of that trap? Thank you.
Right ahead.
Oh, we're being... Oh! What's this? Dragonlings? In my Dragon Age game?
The fuck you say?
That's actually kind of amazing.
I mean, it's still more fucking dragons than Game of Thrones.
Yes, the battle is now finished. Oh,
Yes.
nope, there's another one. And another one. Wow, there sure are a lot of dragons around here.
Dragons? Massacre. Bakana.
Learn to speak Japanese, you bitch.
No.
Yes.
I refuse.
Bogogakiraka.
Uh-huh.
I can say, like, 2 phrases.
Watashi wa eru desu.
I love that the sound effect for Liliana's songs in this game are her screaming.
I mean...
I don't know if they just never coded it or never had her actually record singing sounds, but like whenever she does like these buffs, you hear a ah, and that's her singing.
See, I love the idea now of just like Liliana just breaking into like liquid metal screamo for her songs.
Okay, I'm not gonna do that.
Just going full Dimmu Borgir on that shit. Of course, that's black metal.
Alright, let's see what we can do to only lure... Oh! Hi, bitches came up behind me, y'all. I just aimed this at Liliana, whoops. Oh well. Hey, hey, hey! No dragons! No dragon attack me from behind! No, you don't! Make her be praised? For what?
It's a good fucking question.
Oh, hey, Garnet.
Make your own jokes here.
This is Garnet. Back together. Oh god, in the chip pile at Walmart.
Oh, hey, aggro.
God! Damn you!
I feel like we just need a fucking a goddamn you counter or a stop counter.
Oh good, I'm frozen! Let it go, let it go.
I was trying to go into the unknown with that shit, but
Well, if you want to be relevant, sure.
that's fair. When have I ever wanted to be fucking relevant?
I'm afraid of what I'm risking if I follow you into the unknown. No, I'm not going to throw the fucking icon at them, game. I thought you learned. Into the unknown. into the unknown. No. You're not the siren. I'm the one named Lorelei.
I mean, whichever floats your boat, Phoenix.
I shall.
Whatever floats your boat, Phoenix.
Move on.
I shall.
Yes. So it shall be written, and so it shall be done. I think that's probably one of my favorite, like, ways of saying yes I've ever heard. It's like, it's hard to get more elaborate than so it shall be written, and so it shall be done.
Frozen 1 or 2. Haha. Yes.
Yes.
I read a book and Alistair explodes. Okay. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you still enjoy them, Ragnar.
God. God! Shield expertise. Shield tactics.
You're not my mom and dad, drills a hole in the boat.
Oh my god. Also, so this is interesting. That is a statue of Andraste surrounded by eggs.
Happy Easter.
You know, you say that, but that's actually literally the case.
Oh, boy.
Like, oh, well, you were joking, but for
So
realsies.
the question is, who the fuck did Andraste steal this concept from?
No, Andraste definitely was the originator of these things.
Okay, so we're not going full Christ analog then.
No full Christ analog.
Okay.
But she
Well, I
didn't.
mean-
She didn't steal it from anyone. She did
Okay,
it.
as
She
opposed
actually
to-
lived it. It's more. It's more the actual case of like that she is the actual Jesus versus like American Jesus.
Right, because I was going to say, and I do apologize if this rubs any Christians in the chat the wrong way, but I think we're all aware at this point that Christians stole the fuck out of, spring iconography from pagans when it comes to
yeah.
the eggs and rabbits and everything.
Yeah, specifically, I think, I mean, again, I was very rusty on this even when I was actively studying it, but basically a lot of the iconography, like the hair and the eggs were taken from fertility rituals and rites and stuff like that, and festivals sometime in the springtime, especially as related to the goddess Eostre or Ostara, and you may notice that these things both sound a lot like Easter.
Yes, and Christmas itself, to my understanding, began as a pagan rite to banish the cold.
More like, I mean, I don't know the specific rites. I do know that with the pagan traditions that I've studied, it's more about lighting a candle in the dark. Not so much banishing the light, so much as lighting the candle so that you have a light in the absolute darkness. I think it's Imbolc is the Wiccan.
So it's more support from the cold than banishing the cold.
Yeah.
Okay, my apologies.
Sorry, I'm also... Forgive me, I'm also playing a game here. I don't know if you noticed.
That's fair.
So, let's see. Win.
What?
Enemy clustered with at least 2 allies. The usability, Flame Blast.
But between your occasional belches and my bird noises, we have more than enough sound effects between the two of us to create sound bits for the next generation of Pokemon.
So anyway, we're gonna leave that behind. I'm gonna save real quick.
And hopefully there'll be better animations for that next generation.
Some more militant Jesus, yes. I love how the creators of this game, by the way, and I'm going to take a fucking pause, have said that they're never going to confirm whether or not the maker is a real entity or not. because they don't want to have to deal with, like, they don't want to, like, discount faith or belief or something like that. And yet they've already confirmed that the creators in the Elven mythology were in fact not real gods. So they were real entities and they were real people, but they were not real gods. And so it's like, oh, okay, I fucking see what you're going for here. The Christian analog faith, you're not going to prove or disprove, but the pagan belief, or at least the pagan analog in this series, you're going to disprove the fuck out of.
I mean, again, double standards from a AAA game industry? The fuck you say?
Oh yeah, no, women are equal to men, which is why they always remark in shock that a woman is fighting.
Uh-huh. Which is why the women are often kidnapped and turned into breeding factories for zombie hordes.
I mean... Oh, I'm going to fireball you. I think that interrupted.
I mean, I'll put some money down.
The maker is female, and that irritates man-children. I mean, I am all for irritating man-children.
Yeah, same.
Especially entitled man-children who complain that females exist in video games.
I mean, I'm a nihilist, so I don't believe in anything, but I'll definitely put down some money to irritate man-children.
More dragons! That's a lot of corpses. I'm enjoying all these corpses. They're all very dead now when I'm banking on them staying dead.
Where's this new Adele cover?
What? So, oh good! Dead animals littering the floor here. Lots of dead animals littering the floor here.
I mean, when it gets down to it, is it anything new?
Lol. That is indeed a mood here.
Yeah.
Lots of dead animals. Look at all my corpse piles.
Are those giant nugs?
No.
Okay.
Ooh, but speaking of giants, here are drakes, which are basically teenage dragons.
I mean... the beautiful awkwardness of that existence.
I mean, you may notice they're also bigger.
A smidge.
And, see, so there are also no wings, which means that they are male. In this world, only the female dragons have wings. Oh, you're trying to kill my husband! Oh. No. That's a lot of blood. Drake
That is a
scale.
tongue twister if I ever saw one, Tristan. Angsty teen dragons attack Grey Wardens.
That's a hell of a fucking headline. What happens
Yeah.
to money we lose if the maker is male, but odds on the maker is female? And I mean, honestly, that even really works well with, like, the maker being a total lesbo and
I mean...
being in love with Andraste.
And so I shall.
Stone warrior statuette. Pile of dragon filth. Hey, Alistair, you want this statuette that I found in a bunch of dragon shit? Of course you do. Anyway. So a lot of dragons over here. Remember how everyone's been making fun of, you know, for a game that's called Dragon Age, there aren't a lot of dragons in it? guess what? They were all concentrated in this one spot.
Mm-hmm.
They do come out more as the series progresses. You will face more and more dragons, and it's almost like there's some sort of resurgence that's happening. It's almost like there are people who have been working in secret to actually grow and develop dragons or something behind the scenes, despite them nearly going extinct.
Yeah, I mean, that's just it. I will say, for the first game in the series, it actually makes sense from a narrative perspective to actually have the dragons built up over time, you know, and to have them, you know, more of an actual reveal at the either mid or late game stages.
A battle it is? Yes, it is, Liliana. It is a battle, which we just finished. Let's see. So only female dragons can fly. This game is being leftist.
Oh, God. I mean, you joke, Phoenix, but...
Is this the way forward? Is that... I think that's the way forward. Dragon Age. It's a video game. Full of age.
I mean, yes, and not all of that age has aged well.
Look, it has to me.
Like a fine wine.
You don't drink wine.
Not usually, no. Reaches for my hard lemonade.
Oh, that's a trap. And that's also a trap. Well, you guys can enjoy that. Alistair, don't run into the trap, please. Good, oh no! Alistair, don't you fucking dare go over that trap. Just as it was detected, of course.
I wonder what's gonna happen. Can you guess, kids? Yeah, I'd say the general can rest peacefully, knowing his legacy lives on in his evidence.
Oh. So that's a nasty little trap to activate, by the way. You may notice that these are giant fucking blades. Well, those close on you if you walk through it.
Allow me. I could do that for you.
Then do it! That was worthless!
Do it, you bitch, you won't.
Ooh, what does this button do? Alistair, go back to your corner.
Alistair, get out of my laboratory!
I mean... he is the himbo of this game.
Undoubtedly.
I still love that conversation last night, though. It's like, so, Duo's a total himbo, right?
For clarification, we were chatting with a mutual friend of ours on the nature of one of the characters in our D&D campaign.
There's a lot of stuff going on in this campaign, and I'm loving it so far.
Oh, yeah.
But there are... So the main characters that we're playing are modern-day characters that have found themselves, one way or another, possessing magical ability. Yeah. And, you know, I have the rich, entitled brat character who is used to just having everything going her way. Griffin plays Owen, who is someone who has been chronically ill his entire life, as well as living in poverty. And so he has now become a scheming bastard who plans to overthrow the capitalist patriarchy and silently resents everyone, and is also personally mad at Ophelia because she is currently macking on his man.
He is conniving magical twink with a gun.
That's literally it. That is the summary right there. And let's see, there's also Jess, who is literally Susie from
Yeah.
Deltarune.
Literally just.
Jess, yeah. There is Tycho, who is a 14-year-old child who has absolutely no filter whatsoever. Like, literally none whatsoever.
Who's also a magical girl.
Oh, yes. We have Ken, who is your pretty much average anime protagonist guy, the guy who would be the center of an anime harem, except that he has issues with girls and intimacy.
He's Deku, but with more anxiety issues.
Yeah, a little bit. And then there's Duo, who is the student teacher who is interning at the school, who happened to get swept up in all of this. So he's a little bit older. And he's a nighttime vigilante who dresses up as a Sentai warrior and goes to fight crime. He's also literally Goku.
Or Gohan, I guess.
Well, mix of both, really, because Gohan
Yeah,
at least is aware sometimes.
You say that,
I
but
say that!
after he
Look.
after he beat Cell, he took a bit of a nosedive, like perception-wise.
Goku's genetics won out.
Yeah, essentially. Yeah, he's basically the Great Saiyaman.
So, the thing is that when we say Duo is a fucking himbo, he just is.
He really is.
A harem protagonist that is awkward with women, so a harem protagonist. No, okay, yeah, except it's not just awkward with women. He passes out if a woman gets too intimate with him.
Yeah.
And by too intimate, I mean like holding his hand.
Ironic, given that he also has a lady in his pocket half the time.
Oh, that looks like people in front of us. I think that's going to be a cutscene.
To explain, there's also an NPC pixie named Prim who hangs out with
I
Ken
think that's
often.
going to be a cutscene, I said.
Fair enough.
Like, I think that's going to be a cutscene. That was supposed to be me subtly dropping the hint to shut up, and you kept talking!
Fair enough.
Anyway. Yep.
Stop! You will go no further!
Who are you?
You do not have the right to demand my name. You have defiled our temple. You have spilled the blood of the faithful and slaughtered our young. No more. You will tell me now, intruder, why you have done all this. Why have you come here?
Slaughtered our young, he said. The only young that we have found here are the fucking dragons. Mm-hmm. And I don't think they ever get super explicit with this, but when they say they're young, they're not joking. They have been fucking a dragon.
I mean, it takes all kinds.
Oh, hi, Duncan's lost brother. I mean, a little bit. I have come for the urn of sacred ashes.
You did this all for an ancient relic. Know this, stranger. The prophet Andraste has overcome death itself, and has returned to her faithful in a form more radiant than you can imagine. Not even the Tevinter Imperium could hope to slay her now. What hope do you have?
This is heresy. I cannot let the... I don't think everyone's going to care about that. And what has happened to the ashes?
They are still within this temple. But why do we need ashes when we serve the risen Andraste in all her glory?
All her glory. They didn't retake that line, huh? All her glory. What taupe do you have? I'm the protagonist, yeah. You treat the ashes with such disdain.
What are they but the remains of a mortal woman?
Are they not magical? Or then you would have no qualms about giving them to me.
So you are after the ashes? Perhaps there is a way for you to make up for your desecration of our home and temple.
Don't I love Hammy acting? Yes. Listen, that is my bread and butter right there, okay?
I mean, same, depending on the circumstances.
Look, everything that you do is always the same deeper voice. So, don't you... Well, not always deeper voice. Sometimes you also go fucking Pepperidge Farms on me.
No, I meant, like, watching shit.
Yes.
Cammy acting.
Oh, absolutely. Why do you suddenly want to cooperate with me?
It may be because I believe in second chances. All of us stumble through the darkness before being found and shown the light.
Bitch, I am glowing.
Perhaps, through Andraste's mercy, her greatest enemy will become her greatest champion.
Or perhaps... Okay, just say what you have to say.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Father Colgrim. I lead the disciples of Andraste.
Do you?
The ashes you seek reside atop this mountain, watched by an immortal guardian who refuses to accept the truth of the risen lady. Now the ashes prevent Holy Andraste from fully realizing her new form. They are a remnant of her past incarnation, and she cannot move on as long as they exist.
And she cannot move on! As long as they exist. Like, dude, I have breathing problems, but if you can't commit to the line, like, don't just take a breath in the middle of it. So, what? You want to toss them out a window?
I speak not of destruction. The beloved needs to reclaim the ashes, to make them her own again. All it would take is a drop of her blood. Blood carries power, strength, knowledge. Through it, all the power that is held in the ashes will be returned to Our Lady.
So you're talking about blood magic here. Why have you not done this before, then? Or why have you not done this, then?
The Guardian has foiled all our attempts to reach the urn. He keeps what power remains from the true Andraste. He knows the disciples, and we cannot touch him, for he draws his strength from the ashes themselves. But you could deliver Our Lady what is rightfully hers.
I could just imagine the Grand Cleric if she were here. Her head would explode, I kid you not.
What is this talk of blood and power? And he thinks Andraste
Cat!
It is preposterous. Ugh, I do not like this.
There is nothing but madness in his words. He is a fanatic, and a dangerous one. Be warned, he means to lead you astray.
The rewards for performing such a service would be great, indeed.
Why did you suddenly switch accents? The rewards for performing such a service would be great indeed. Like, what the fuck, man?
Again, hammy acting.
But it's a different accent!
You think they care? It's a BioWare game.
And won't the Guardian know me as well?
No, he waits for pilgrims to come venerate the urn. He will assume that you are one of these. The task is simple. I give you a vial of the Holy Andraste's blood, and you empty the vial into the ashes.
You're not wrong, J-Dude.
Whatever magic was held
Yeah.
in the ashes will be undone, and our great lady will be freed from the shackles of her past life.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like the idea of us helping this Colgrim.
Once that is done, you will have earned your place as our honored sister.
The entire squad is like, so, we killing him, or... Yeah, that was what I was agreeing to before. What accent do you speak, dude? Yes!
Yes.
So, he will have earned your place as our honored sister. Yeah. Putting blood in the ashes sounds like a bad idea.
The rewards will be great. You will share in Andraste's power, and be blessed as one of her own.
Yeah. I'm sorry, but I cannot do what you want.
Then we cannot allow you to leave.
Allow me?
To arms, my brethren! Andraste will grant us victory!
Okay, but I'm a mage. I don't think this is going to go the way you want it to. let's see. Let's incapacitate you guys. And
Also, I love how people can see what's wrong with these dudes fucking dragons. But shit like Monster Musume or Ancient Magus Cry, that's just fucking fun.
And you're dead. And... And... Oh. No, I'm not throwing the icon at them!
I mean, probably the most effective attack in this game is probably yeeting a low-res JPEG at them.
Like, dude... Yeah, that didn't go well for you, did it? No, it really didn't. You're like one of the dumbest, in fact. Like, oh,
Which is saying something in this game.
I slaughtered your entire village. I killed multiple dragons. I have killed literally everyone else that has come up against me, and they were in greater numbers than you, dude. And you're like, oh, well, you shall not pass. Check that. Let's see. So yeah. I don't think he knows what he's talking about. Well, he certainly doesn't now, because he's dead. Would you like to join our cult of Scalies? No. Then perish. You know, Phoenix. And they have a dragon. Okay, so here's a cutscene. You guys were wondering where the dragon was.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way that they have set up this scene. Like, this angle here is effectively a slight Dutch angle, but you don't necessarily notice it immediately. And it basically tilts the camera intentionally so that you have to be kind of at a weird angle. It looks different. So they structured this in such a way that you're immediately off-put by your surroundings.
Wouldn't want to eat me anyway. Tough and stringy. You, on the other hand, ought to be worried.
I'm sorry, did you just threaten me with a dragon eating me, Win? Thanks, I guess. So this is actually an optional fight. You do not actually need to fight the dragon. You can, and we're going to, but I'm not going to do it right now. But you can actually completely avoid it.
I mean, that's just it. If high fantasy has taught us anything, it's that hunting hunting endangered species to the point of extinction is perfectly acceptable in the name of glory.
Holy shit, it's Andraste. I recognize her brow line. So, by the way, when they were saying Andraste has arisen, yeah, they think the dragon is Andraste.
I mean, wouldn't surprise me. Also, take care, Ragnar.
Yes, take care, Ragnar. Thank you for dropping by the stream today. I hope you have a lovely afternoon, evening, time of day, whatever it is for you. You have a great one. So that is a dragon up on that ledge, and we'll take care of that eventually. It's also one of the reasons why I wait until this point in the game to come up here, because you can pass through here at a lower level, and you do not want to fight that dragon unless you are, like, at max level. I remember it being a terrifying fight, and I might not live, on the first attempt at fighting this dragon. I also come back as a dragon if I had the option, so I get where they're coming. Yeah, honestly, if I could have a choice to come back as a dragon, fucking sign me the fuck up.
I mean, again, when that entails you being hunted down to the point of extinction, I'm not sure that would be my first option.
Spoilers, you're not being hunted down to extinction anymore. They almost succeeded, but dragons literally do make a resurge in the Dragon Age.
True.
For a
Though
multitude.
the mere existence of dragons usually warrants someone wanting to slay them.
Well, the whole idea is that they were supposed to be impossible monsters that cannot be slain, except for the truly heroic and exceptional individuals. And this game really actually makes no exception to that. They are actually terrifying, powerful monsters of incredible power. So, anyway, this is going to be a cutscene. Just giving you the heads up, Mr. In Call with me, so shut up, basically.
We must be close. This is holy ground. I can feel it.
You can feel it, can you? This is holy ground. I can feel it. Really? Are you sure of that? Andraste's arrows! Ooh! Kind of useless, but... Okay. Oh, you're gonna wait until I actually... Oh, wait, never mind.
I bid you welcome, Pilgrim.
You must be the Guardian.
Yes, I am the Guardian of the Ashes. I have waited years for this.
Why have you been here so long?
It has been my duty, my life, to protect the urn and prepare the way for the faithful who come to revere Andraste. For years beyond counting have I been here, and shall I remain until my task is done and the Imperium has crumbled into the sea.
Will your task ever be done?
I do not know, and I do not question.
Who are the men who have taken over the rest of the temple?
When my brethren and I carried Andraste from Tevinter to this sanctuary, we vowed to forever revere her memory and guard her. I have watched generations of my brethren take up the mantle of their fathers. For centuries they did this, unwavering, joyful in their appointed task. But now they have lost their way. They have forgotten Andraste and their promise.
And what about you? Who are you?
I am all that remains of the first disciples. I swore I would protect the urn as long as I lived. And I have lived a very long time.
The first disciples? Did you know Andraste?
Did anyone really know her, save the Maker?
Oh, good. Religious bullshit.
She would sometimes spend weeks alone in meditation, often without food or water.
Please, tell me more about Andraste.
I cannot express in words my love for Andraste. You must seek her out for yourself. Everyone must.
What can you tell me about the Urn of Sacred Ashes?
You already know that the urn contains the remains of the prophet Andraste. What else is there to tell?
Well, the dragon is not really Andraste, is she?
No. Our Andraste has gone to the Maker's side. She will not return. The dragon is a fearsome creature, and they must have seen her as an alternative to the absent Maker and his silent Andraste. A true believer would not require audacious displays of power.
Garrus, sweetie, you're gonna fall. You've already nudged my fucking monitor here. You're an asshole. How did the belief spread to the rest of the disciples?
It began with an ancestor of the one known as Colgrim. He saw himself as a new
prophet, preaching the rebirth. Some disagreed with him. I heard their cries of pain and loss,
Bless you.
which were quickly silenced.
Was that a sneeze or
Oh, no, it's just
drinking?
yeah.
Yes, but you're asshole. Yes, he is in fact my asshole. You know, that was a sentence.
I was about to say there's some things you can't take back on the internet.
Tell me more about the disciples.
When my
Oh,
brethren and
whoops.
I carried Andraste from Tevinter to this sanctuary, we vowed to forever revere her. You have come to honor Andraste, and you shall, if you prove yourself worthy.
Worthy? Is anyone truly worthy of knowing it? Anyway. But what if I am not worthy?
Then you will not come to the ashes. It is not my place to decide your worthiness. The gauntlet does that. If you are found worthy, you will see the urn and be allowed to take a small pinch of the ashes for yourself. If not,
What is the gauntlet?
the gauntlet tells the true pilgrims from the false. You will undergo 4 tests of faith, and we shall see how your soul fares.
Can you tell me anything else about this gauntlet?
You will understand what it is when you face it.
Very well. I will enter the gauntlet.
Before you go, there is something I must ask. I see that the path that led you here was not easy. There is suffering in your past. Your suffering, and the suffering of others. You betrayed Jowan to Irving. He was almost killed, and he lost the one thing that mattered. Lily, Jowan trusted you. Tell me, do you think you failed Jowan?
So, a lot of people can go through the entire game without ever being called out on some of their choices. And here, we have someone actually calling out the fact that Evelyn betrayed Jowan. I've said from the beginning, from her perspective, he was the one that betrayed her. By getting himself involved in blood magic and doing all of this other stuff behind the scenes. But he asks, tell me, do you think you failed Jowan? And you can choose not to answer him, and it actually does not affect how worthy you are. But it is meant to kind of put you in the state of, do you think that your choices were correct? Do you feel that you did the right thing? And yeah, I do love that they did this. They make reference back to your origin story. And yeah.
I was just about to say, any game that actually makes you stop and reflect on the choices you've made in a story-driven game where your decisions actually do matter, I can definitely get behind.
So, I'm actually kind of torn between a couple of these, because the actual answer I'd go for is that I was betrayed first by him. But like, I feel like Jowan brought it on himself by dabbling in blood magic would be the closest answer, but it's also very vindictive. Like, it's the, well, he brought that on himself. More instead of, no, he brought it on himself. But yeah, so Jowan brought it on himself by dabbling in blood magic.
Then you do not dwell on past mistakes. Neither yours nor someone else's.
It's easy for others to judge what you've done in hindsight, but it doesn't make it any better.
It is sometimes difficult to see how our actions affect an outcome. But that does not mean our actions had no effect.
What's past is past. Why bring it up and open old wounds?
And what of those that follow you? Alistair, Knight, and Warden. You wonder if things would have been different if you were with Duncan on the battlefield. You could have shielded him from the killing blow. You wonder, don't you, if you should have died and not him?
Yes. If Duncan had been saved and not me, everything would be better. If I just had the chance.
Alistair.
Ask your question, Guardian.
Don't interrupt him, Win!
You are ever the advisor, ready with a word of wisdom. Do you wonder if you spout only platitudes, burned into your mind in the distant past? Perhaps you are only a tool, used to spread the word of the Circle and the Chantry. Does doubt ever chip away at your truths?
You frame the statement in the form of a question, yet you already know our answers. There is no sense in hiding, is there? Yes, I do doubt at times. Only the fool is completely certain of himself.
And you? Why do you say the Maker speaks to you, when all know that the Maker has left? He spoke only to Andraste. Do you believe yourself her equal?
I never said that.
In Ole, you were someone. In Lothering, you feared you would lose yourself, become a drab sister, and disappear. When your brothers and sisters of the cloister criticized you for what you professed, you were hurt, but you also reveled in it. It made you special. You enjoyed the attention, even if it was negative.
You're saying that I made it up for the attention? I did not. I know what I believe.
The way is open. Good luck, and may you find what you seek.
I love that they call Liliana out on that, because the game doesn't do a great job of calling her out up until that point. It just kind of accepts that, you know, that she had some kind of vision, maybe, or maybe she's crazy. But,
I mean, that's just it. This whole fucking scene is one big call-out post to the entire party.
and, of course, they start with fucking Alistair, who's like, do you think that if you had died in Duncan's place, things would be better? And he goes, yes. If I died, everything would be better. And I'm like, Alistair! No! There's so many ways that you're wrong about that. So many, including I don't think Duncan would be the fantastic fucking hero you think he was. But, like, God damn.
Yeah.
But, like, ow, oof. And also, I will say, as someone who has lost at least a couple of people in my life that I've actually wondered, would things be better if it had been me instead of them? That's one of those things that fucking hits you right in the heart, you know? It is a really, really difficult emotion. And so, of course, I hear Alistair say it, and I'm like, baby, no. Baby boy, no.
Boy.
Anyway, but yes, you make it to this point, and no matter what you choose, because you have to make a difficult decision no matter what, the game will basically be, are you okay with your decision? That's actually very true, Phoenix. Like, everything would be better if I died in Duncan's place. Evelyn, am I a joke to you? Like, thanks.
This scene is just one big, like, John Cena poking his head in. Are you sure about that?
So, here's an interesting bit. This is the second test of faith, or is it the first one? I forget. Well, anyway, so a bunch of, like, ghosts are fucking standing around, and they have various parts in the life of Andraste. And you can answer the questions, and if you get the answers wrong, you will actually have to face demons in the next room. So, you want to try and answer as many of these correctly as you can. And I find this one interesting. I'm going to click on her and let her speak, and then I'm going to elaborate once we can actually get a close-up look at her.
Echoes from a shadow realm, whispers of things yet to come. Thought's strange sister dwells in night, is swept away by dawning light. Of what do I speak?
So it's going to probably go close-up on her, and you're going to notice that her eyes have slits. She's a human body, but her eyes are definitely slitted pupils. And also, I'm sorry, I actually missed what she said. Can you repeat that?
Echoes from a shadow realm, whispers of things yet to come. Thought's strange sister dwells in night, is swept away by dawning light.
Okay.
Of what do I speak?
So the answer is dreams. You can also choose any one of these, but dreams is the correct answer.
A dream came upon me as my daughter slumbered beneath my heart. It told of her life, and of her betrayal and death. I am sorrow and regret. I am a mother weeping bitter tears for a daughter she could not save.
So that was supposed to be Andraste's mother. And her eyes have fucking slitted pupils. Here is Elise.
The smallest lark could carry it, while a strong man might not. Of what do I speak?
Ah, a tune. You can also the smallest lark might carry it, and you can answer a coconut. But the plague, which is actually kind of also true, but like a tune.
Yes, I was Andraste's dearest friend in childhood, and always we would sing. She celebrated the beauty of life, and all who heard her would be filled with joy. They say the Maker himself was moved by Andraste's song, and then she sang no more of simple things.
And so Phoenix Rising in the chat says, but seriously, that kind of thinking does suck. It hurts. You all are making the world a better place by being here, and I agree. If the thought ever occurs to you, and I'm going to say this, let's get fucking real here, I guess, for a second, but if the thought ever occurs to you that things would be better if you were not here, this is one of those trains of thought that we get trained into, and it gets easier and easier to believe it the more you say to yourself something along those lines.
Like, I hate to resort to like meme imagery here, but again, like whenever I hear someone I care about, you know, going to that place, and it's a dark place and a hard place to dig yourself out of, like there's a part of me that looks like kind of thinks of that Michael Jordan, stop it, get some help. And I mean this in all seriousness, getting even just sitting down with someone to tell them about this shit, talking with someone, getting it off your chest.
Yeah.
It might not solve everything, but it's at least the first step towards getting some perspective on whatever it is that has led to this conclusion you've come to. And hopefully in the process, like helping you see outside yourself.
Right. If you're struggling with that kind of thought, I mean, yes, sitting down and talking with someone is a good step. Like someone that you trust, someone that you know knows you, someone that you know is going to be looking out for your best interests. Be ready that they may not be able to handle that strong of an emotion, because that is a very difficult thing to go through. And this is why we have people who are trained professionals who have been trained literally and specifically to deal with that sort of thing. Like, that's just it. That's why we train people to deal with it, because it is not something on average that is easy to navigate. But talking about it will often make it seem smaller. Talking about the feeling itself, like when it's inside your head, it will echo. It will feel like it's slamming around against all sides of your brain, and it will feel like it's this huge, big, interminable problem. But when you put it down into words, if you write it in a journal, if you talk with someone, if you vent to a friend, or if you go to a therapist and vent there, it can often make it seem smaller. It can make it, now it's this tangible thing. It can be described in words, and if it can be described in words, then it's easier to cope with. Like, it's not this big dragon. It's just a feeling. It's a difficult feeling, and I'm not saying that to dismiss it, because it is very powerful. But if you're ever dealing with the thought of the world would be better off without me, first and foremost, that is never, ever true.
Yeah.
The only cases where that is true is where you're, say, a fascist dictator, but, you know, that's a different subject. the average person, you being in this world makes it better. Maybe not for everyone. Maybe you're not, the next major, political figure, the next major religious figure. Maybe you're not the next celebrity, and maybe you're not the biggest philanthropist to have ever been born, but you might be improving the lives of those around you, and you may not even know that the kind of effect that you have on those who are around you. You may not ever know that one time you complimented someone's hair was a difficult day for them and you turned them back from a bad place. You will never know whether or not the things you do can impact someone's life for the better and, sometimes for the worse. We all make mistakes, but even if that's the case, you are also doing good. I guarantee it. I have had so many people over the years that I have been doing these Let's Plays and streaming and everything come to me and say, I was having a hard time, but what you were doing helped me to get through that. What you did, what you said, the games you played, the videos that you put it out, whatever. And, this is important to me. The stuff that I do for fun. I enjoy it. I love sharing these games with people. And I love sharing this part of myself with other people. But, I know the value of finding something that takes you away from a bad place for a little while, and people have done that for me in the past. And I said it before earlier on this stream, but if I'm able to do that for other people too. And I'm just saying this from my perspective, that I know for a fact that there are people who have been impacted positively by my being here, my doing what I'm doing, my living my life has affected other people in a positive way. And I'm in the fortunate enough position to have comment sections and places where people can leave replies and statements to me. They can say in chat here or, in the comments of my videos or on various social media saying, letting me know what kind of impact I've had. But not everyone has a comment section that people can fucking leave a message in. You may not have a comment section that people can tell you how much you mean to them, but don't ever doubt that if people could and knew that you needed to hear it, you would absolutely hear how important you are to them. Even just by having greeted them on a bad day, or having helped them with, even if it's a small issue, like they stubbed their toe and you were there to help talk them through until the pain faded or something, or they're dealing with a difficult time with a friend and you heard them out. All of these small things absolutely continue to better people's lives. And it may seem small, it may seem insignificant, it may seem like, well, that's no big deal, that's just what I do, or that's what anyone would do, and that's not the point. The point is, you did it. And people need all of those small moments that help to keep turning us back from a bad place. So no matter what, never, ever take the attitude that the world would be a better place without you.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this, and you might hear me getting a little choked up because this is something I've struggled with. And I speak from a place of, I don't always believe my own words here. I struggle with it constantly. And it's difficult. I know that even when you know that it's not true, when that mindset fucking slips in, it is kind of impossible to throw it off sometimes. All you can do, and all I can do, is tell myself, okay, but you will feel better once this immediate sting of pain fades, and you will believe it again. Thank you, Phoenix. Absolutely, it's hard. And I'm not going to say you're going to always be able to believe it. You may not always feel like you have people letting you know that they need you, or that you have helped them, or that something you've done has had any kind of impact for other people. And that lack of feedback can be the hardest thing too. But no, please know that you are important to someone. Someone will have seen you do something, and it will have inspired them. Some people will know something you've done. People will be proud of you or proud for you. So never, ever, ever believe that things would be better if you were gone and someone else had lived, or if you were gone, period. Because undoubtedly, that is not true. Someone needs you around. So this has been Real Talk with Lorelei, in the midst of running a gauntlet of faith to try and make our way over to, I guess, the Urn of Sacred Ashes. I'm going to continue with that. I hope you don't mind the separation as we, from that topic back to this again, but I take that shit seriously, and I mean it wholeheartedly.
Yeah.
All right, Lady Vasilia.
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. The debt of blood must be paid in full. Of what do I speak?
Vengeance. Yeah.
Yes, my husband Hysarion would have chosen a quick death for Andraste. I made him swear that she would die publicly with her war leaders, that all would know the Imperium's strength. I am justice. I am vengeance. Blood can only be repaid in blood.
Thane Sharton, a bald elf, and oh boy, is that gonna be a fucking relevant detail. Anyway, so yes, a bald elf guy who was actually the leader of the Dalish back in this time. He was actually promised a bit of land for having helped Andraste with her campaign against the Tevinter Imperium.
I'm neither a guest nor a trespasser be. In this place I belong, that belongs also to me. Of what do I speak?
Home.
It was my dream for the people to have a home of their own, where we would have no masters but ourselves. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and thus we followed Andraste against the Imperium. But she was betrayed, and so were we.
They eventually took the Dales away from the Dalish elves. They took their home away. Oh, good. Okay, so here we have General Maferath, her earthly husband.
A poison of the soul, passion's cruel counterpart. From love she grows, till love lies slain. Of what do I speak?
Jealousy.
Yes, jealousy drove me
My
to
fur affinity
betray.
account. J-Dude.
I was the greatest general of the Alamari, but beside her I was nothing. Hundreds fell before her on bended knee. They loved her, as did the Maker. I loved her too. But what man can compare with a god?
And his eyes were also kind of weird. They were either like deadened eyes, or the pupils were hard to distinguish.
Yeah.
I love this game. I had to buy this game 4 times because I played it so much I burnt out my disc. Yeah, thankfully now they have digital copies, and very frequently it goes on sale for the whole Ultimate Edition for like under $8. But, anyway. Disciple Havard.
The bones of the world stretch towards the sky's embrace, veiled in white, like a bride greeting her groom. Of what do I speak?
I'd like you to repeat that.
The bones of the world stretch towards the sky's embrace, veiled in white, like a bride greeting her groom. Of what do I speak?
I'm pretty sure that's mountains.
Yes.
I carried Andraste's ashes out of Tevinter into the mountains to the east, where she could gaze ever into her Maker's sky. No more fitting a tomb than this could we find.
So, there's a good chance that Mafarath was actually possessed, at least based on just the fact that his eyes were weird like that. Alright, Disciple Cather.
No man has seen it, but all men know it. Lighter than air, sharper than any sword. Comes from nothing, but will fell the strongest armies. Of what do I speak?
Hunger.
Yes, hunger was the weapon used against the wicked men of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker kindled the sun's flame,
Greg Ellis.
scorching the land. Their crops failed, and their armies could not march. Then he opened the heavens and bade the waters flow, and washed away their filth. I am Cather, disciple of Andraste and commander of her armies. I saw these things done and knew the Makers smiled on us.
So, that was Greg Ellis, who voices, among other characters, Cullen throughout the entire series, as well as Anders in the expansion for Origins. Why don't they stop talking about Andraste? What is she, a prophet or something? Like, I don't know. I think she's like an important figure or something. It's hard to say. Also, Archon Hessarian, the guy that ordered her death.
She wields the broken sword and separates true
Regular
kings from
reunion.
tyrants. Of what do I speak?
Mercy!
Yes, I could not bear the sight of Andraste's suffering. And
He's not
mercy
gonna show
came to end her
mercy.
life. I am the
Well, he
penitent
did, though.
sinner who shows compassion as he hopes compassion will be shown to him.
Yeah. No, that's just it. He did show mercy. That was the whole point. As he set fire to her, he recognized the agony of burning slowly and decided to end her suffering soon by just slaying her on the spot.
Sure, we'll call that mercy.
It was mercy as opposed to a long, drawn-out death. Listen, if you've never burned to death, it fucking sucks.
Fair enough.
I said that like as if I have somehow experienced that. Well, I mean, I am a witch, so... Also,
I was gonna say.
Having answered all of those questions, the door is now open. Yay! And again, if you had not answered any of them correctly, or if one of them had been answered incorrectly, you would get an additional, I think it's like an ash wraith, confronting you in the next room or something like that. But no, the thing that waits us now is another fucking call-out.
Had fun with the
I
riddle
mean,
game?
when in doubt, call him out.
You're not Jowan.
I didn't think I'd
Not yet.
fool you. But am I really a spirit? Or is all this in your mind? Are you in the Fade, perhaps? Honestly, I don't know. I am part of the Gauntlet. I am Jowan. I am you. All these statements are true.
And what is your purpose here?
To speak to you and to offer advice. You have come so far since I saw you last. The last vestiges of your shackled life in the Circle have all but fallen away. You are free of the past, and nothing will hold you back. Be strong, my friend. Do not falter. I have something for you. Use it well. It makes me happy, knowing you will be the mage that I never could.
Jowan. So he gave me something, and I don't remember what it is that he gives me. I think... Oh, Reflection, I think. Gateway Amulet? Okay, no. But yeah, so they have that brief little moment where just no matter how you answer, you get a little bit of, not exactly absolution, but still confirmation that no matter what your choices are, people will sometimes understand in the end, so long as it is something that leads to a better place. Anyway. So... Oh. Yeah, you had. I think you would have additional Ash Wraiths in here fighting you if you answer those questions wrong. I forget, because I've never answered them wrong. But now you get to the Shadow Link portion of this test, where they create literal shadow versions of all of your teammates. And now they're gonna die. Oh.
Your heart out, Darkwing?
Well, let's see. Well, okay, I'll go back to doing this. Let's see. I'll take out Evelyn because she'd be the most dangerous one out of all of them. Oh, she's a healer! Great. And there's 2 healers on their team. Whoops, I did not account for that. Alright, let's take care of the other healer now. Oh, spell immunity, you bitch! And Alistair is taking out Wynn. Okay. You see the cruelty on her face? Is that really what I am?
I wasn't expecting that. And I certainly
You've
don't
met with a
want to go
terrible
through it again.
fate.
That was weird.
That was weird, says Alistair. You don't say.
Yeah. Out of all the fucking things we've run into at this point, this is the one that makes you go, huh. You know what? This is a little unorthodox.
Andraste loved her disciples as she loved the Maker. As we have faith in the Maker, so must we have faith in our friends.
I'm terrible at puzzles.
So this is a fun little puzzle where you have to arrange your friends in a specific way to be able to cross the fucking ways. So I do not remember this off the top of my head, so I'm going to look up a fucking walkthrough. I have the walkthrough actually already open. So, okay, so let's see.
You fare well.
Left 3.
I don't think it's solid enough to stand on, but it's a start.
Yep. So you'll see like little bits popping up here and there. Left 3, left 6, and right 2. So that opens up the pathway. That is okay. That is on left 3. Left 3 to right 4. Right 4. Okay. Party member on right 2 to left 1. The third friction will be solid now. So left 6
Ask away.
to right 4. Whoopsie. Right 4. Wait, what? Wait. Left 6 to right 5. Okay. I misread a thing. The fourth and last bridge section. Okay, wait. On the right 4. Okay.
Let us be careful.
To left 1. Wait, what? Wait. To left 5. Okay. Look, I can read. And now...
Andraste only favored the clever, it seems.
So you're supposed to do this by trial and error, and if, like, your party members move to the wrong one, you would fall into the pit and you would have to start over. I decided not to waste our time. Because I'm not good at the puzzle solving thing, and I decided it would be better for us to just use a fucking walkthrough.
All right.
Stop hitting yourselves, they didn't mean literally. Well, the most broken combo spell might be Blizzard with Firestorm. Yeah. Okay, so... here we are entering the final test of faith. I'm gonna save
We are in fear, and it's
I can't. I can't. Steven Universe Fear. Here we are. Okay. We are in fear.
Here
we are in
fear. Rise.
Here we are in fear, and I'm
For anyone who hasn't seen it, like, do yourselves a favor after the stream. Look up Steven Universe Fear.
Yeah.
And you will be treated.
So, this little segment can be buggy, so that's why I'm actually saving it ahead of time, just in case, because sometimes, well, it'll remove things.
It's the Urn of Sacred Ashes. That's it. That's really it.
Yes, it is. Altar. The altar is little more than a dusty stone slab. You can make out an inscription carved into its face. Cast off the trappings of worldly life and cloak yourselves in the goodness of spirit. King and slave, lord and beggar, be born anew in the Maker's sight. And you can remove equipment. And that removes everyone's equipment in your party. Everyone is now naked. Yeah, this is awkward. If you didn't do that, walking through this fire would kill you.
I mean, is this really any more awkward than the naked glitch we had near the start of the playthrough?
Look, anyway.
You have been through the trials of the Gauntlet. You have walked the path of Andraste, and like her, you have been cleansed. You have proven yourself worthy, Pilgrim. Approach the Sacred Ashes.
And let's see, does everyone have their clothes? Everyone appears to have their clothes and all of their equipment. Did I never give you a second ring? I mean... I guess. Oh, that might actually be better for you. Actually, the fire doesn't kill you, but the Guardian attacks you. Ah, okay. Well, you don't want to walk through fire without your clothes off. Whoops.
Choose wisely.
And so here we approach the Urn of Sacred Ashes. This is actually a major quest that is like among the first, I think, that they even developed for this game, which is why they included it in one of the major trailers for this game.
Huh.
And if you decided to accept Colgrim's...
I never dreamed I would ever lay my eyes on the Urn of Sacred Ashes. I have no words to express.
I didn't think anyone could succeed in finding Andraste's final resting place. But here she is.
I could not have asked for a greater honor than to be here. I will never forget this feeling.
These are the earthly remains of Andraste, prophet and bride of the Maker. If you take Colgrim's offer, you will be given a vial of blood to add to this. We're not going to take that offer. That is defiling the urn, but you can actually get some pretty sweet bonuses, including the Reaver option unlocked for your playthrough. That staff looks really awesome. It is a mod, as well as the outfit she's wearing. So we are going to take a pinch of the ashes so that we can take that back to Eamon and hopefully wake him up. You take a pinch of the ashes and place it in a leather pouch. So,
Just the idea of a pinch of human remains can't help but find entertaining. There's like a few cracks of kosher salt, freshly ground pepper, ashes of Christ.
While we're here, we may as well loot the final resting place of Andraste, right?
I mean, you're an RPG protagonist. It would be unexpected at the very least if you didn't participate in at least a little bit of grave robbing.
I mean, we literally just did that.
Yeah.
Alright, so. Gonna save. What mod you are using for that's Wings of Velvet? I think that contains all of these things. So, you guys ready?
Are they ever?
Better hope that the bit of ash wasn't from somewhere. Believe me, when you have been reduced to ash, it really doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, push comes to shove.
Like, the ash could be eyeball.
I mean, yeah, there's really no... I mean, you're literally reduced to the core elements from which you came, so...
Yeah. Not even that. A good chunk of them have been burned away.
True. Yeah, oxidation will do that.
So... this is gonna be a tough one, I think. I'm gonna do a quick save.
We actually going through this this episode?
Oh, yes, we are.
Oh, joy.
That's a good finale.
Yeah, I can't disagree.
So the thing is, in order to get this fight going, you need to activate Colgrim's Horn. This horn, emblazoned with a modified chantry symbol, belonged to Father Colgrim of Haven. When he wished to commune with the High Dragon that he believed to be Andraste Reborn, this horn would sound out from the mountaintop. So you can completely avoid this fight, but instead what I'm going to do is I'm going to summon this dragon. And here she comes. And, oh yeah, she has wings, so she's a female dragon.
Oh yeah, but I mean, I think just... I'm not sure what the origin of the meme is, but just when someone is trying to highlight a notable individual who identifies as female, they just be like, her.
Yeah. You guys. So, oh, she's dead. Good. That's not good. Let's get away from the dragon. Alright, I'm getting a sense of how bad this is. Alright. I'll get it. Don't worry, guys. I'll be okay. So I'm gonna do this again. Guys, fight the dragon! Fight the dragon! Fight the dragon! Guys!
You know, you would think 23 episodes in you would have learned.
Fight the dragon. Thank you. And Inferno? Let's see. Get that started. What are you guys not doing here?
Fighting. The
That?
dragon.
Okay, so, sorry, I'm just, like, going over my options here. And, okay, let's add another one of these into the mix, just see if I can crash my computer.
I still love how, with the early episodes of this, we had to call the streams due to the story literally not progressing after Evelyn took the oath.
Okay. Where the fuck you think you're going, bitch? And then I'm also going to take one of these because I just died immediately. Do you have them on stand? No, they shouldn't be. Hold position. No, they can move freely. Where? Oh, you're coming up behind me.
Nothing personal, kid.
Oh, you're coming up in front of me again. Okay, well, good. You landed in that's fine. Okay. Let's see. What do I want to do here? No. Okay, just stay there. That's fine. Oh, it got frozen. And I got stunned.
Oh, boy.
Let it go. Let it go. Stay away from the dragon, fucking Christ! Oh! Alright, you are standing right underneath the fucking dragon. Take a lyrium potion. Okay, so let's get this going again.
I see you're rather low on health. Here, take this magic now.
God damn it! Stop that!
I'm sorry, but I can't get, because they make a point of, you know, elaborating on lyrium being this bad fucking thing that royally fucks up, you know, magic users.
And we're setting up a fucking IV drip.
Yeah, they implement it in-game as a healing item. So it's like, okay, but which is it, game?
It's not a healing item so much as it is how we recover, our energy for this shit. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Stop moving! I don't like it moving! Okay, good. Stay there, and also I'm gonna set fire to you. Hope that's okay. Stop that! What the fuck? I just told you to knock that off. Okay, good. Sit in the fire. That's fine. I'm okay with that. Alright, now get away from the dragon. Get away from the dragon. Get away from the dragon. Okay, good. We're doing it. We're doing it, guys. We got it. We're gonna do it.
Yet another instantly. Tall fire on the purple bitch.
It's almost dead! Yes! Let's watch Alistair do the final blow here. That's my husband, everyone.
You get a gold star.
That's one dead dragon.
As you desire.
And fuck, it has a shit ton of things on. It's also worth killing because it has the dragon scale, which you need as a quest item. Anyway, you also get a lot of things.
Well, I was gonna say, the mythical creature known throughout the world as being a hoarder of precious goods and treasures has a fuck ton of loot on it.
I am very polite. Thank you, Phoenix. Asking a dragon if it's okay to burn her, you're so polite. Yes. It is a cool killing blow. I remember, and you can even see this on my channel going far, 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 far back. The first time I ever actually fought and killed this dragon, and I, like, panic. And when I actually get to that point, it's this beautiful, glorious moment, and I'm like, oh, I did it! I did it! And so, that was the Archdemon, right? We good now? Yeah. Also, of course, it's carrying the pure bitch braid. Dragon scale armor. Well, we killed Andraste, guys.
I mean,
we did it.
God is dead and we killed her.
So let's see what we can do about closing out this quest. Very far back, yes. Also, hi, Skeeto.
Hey, welcome back.
Party members will still follow tactics, but they won't move unless ordered. Use this up to set up ambushes. Oh. Anyway, so let's see. We have collected the ashes from the Urn of Sacred Ashes. We are... Oh, we're back in just the temple. Great. And if you had not sent Genitivi back home, I believe he would be standing here being like, we have to tell people about this. And we do not want to reveal the location of Haven. So gather your party and venture forth.
Probably not the best idea to TMZ this shit, no.
No. So we have, I mean, obviously we should clearly just go back to Redcliffe and finish that out, right? Nah, we're gonna go to camp first.
Yeah.
We caused the bad ending by killing Andraste. Yes, well, Andraste was already dead. That was just a fucking dragon.
Yeah.
But yes, we have now finished that quest. One of the major ones of the game. Like I said, they made one of the advertisements about it. One of the trailers even for it. Thumb! I've missed you, my baby boy! My baby boy! I still cannot believe I chose to actually name it Thumb.
I mean, I left you with no alternative.
I'm gonna pet my baby boy, though. So, I'm going to save real quick. Save in camp. That's great. That's great. I do want to see about... Let's see. How is Zevran feeling about me? Pretty good. Let's boost that just a smidge, shall we? Because I need to have a couple of conversations with him. Medium silver bar.
You have excellent taste.
And a small silver bar.
You have excellent taste.
So let's see. So he's at a door right now. Now this is going to be a conversation, and I believe I'm going to lose some approval points with him.
You look so tired, my dear. It's all this constant walking and fighting. I think I know what you need.
So everyone's just gonna come and take a pinch of the ashes? Sure hope that urn is self-replenishing. Exactly, J-Dude. I love that Alistair makes that comment if Genitivi is there. Oh? This I have to hear.
My thought is this. We retire to your tent, and I show you the sort of massage skills that one only learns growing up in an Antivan whorehouse.
Are you suggesting what I think you are?
If you mean to ask whether or not there might be more than a massage involved, allow me simply to say that you won't be disappointed with any of the techniques I've picked up over the years.
And somewhere I know that Griffin is cringing.
I mean, I'm always cringing. Nothing's going to change that.
True. Zevran, I don't know about this.
What is there to fear, my Grey Warden? You deserve a little fun, do you not? If you're not of a mind, however, it is no tragedy.
May as well do this. There is someone else.
Ah, my mistake. Say no more then. I take it all back.
And he disapproves minus 19. That is unfortunate. But...
I mean, those are some incel stats, I'll say that.
The thing is that he does immediately accept when you tell him, like, there is someone else. He goes, okay, never mind then. But, yeah, I did flirt with him, and that does raise the flag, so effectively I did lead him on, but...
I was gonna say.
What say you?
Care to answer some questions?
By all means.
Let's just move on. Alright,
What say you?
I want to discuss something personal.
Again? I'm game.
Never mind. Okay, so that didn't work, but I do have another one of his personal gifts, which is, let's see, Antivan leather boots.
That smell. This is Antivan leather, isn't it? I would know that anywhere. I don't know how you found it, but thank you.
What are you waiting for? Try them on.
But I'm not finished admiring them yet. Can you smell that? Like rotting flesh. Just like back in Antiva City. Now if only you could find me a prostitute or two. A bowl of fish chowder and a corrupt politician. I'd really feel like I was home. And they fit as well. Marvelous.
And I got back a good chunk of what I just lost, so that's fine. So no, the threesome is not gonna be on the list. Just as an FYI.
What say you?
Can you teach others to be an assassin?
I could teach others, but not yourself. First, I would need someone who has training as a rogue. That is, unless you would care to spend the years it takes to gain the fundamentals. But if there should be such a person who desires this training, yes, by all means, send them to me. The crows are already furious, no? I shall enjoy tweaking their nose further.
May as well.
What say you?
Never mind. Okay, do I have any other gifts that I can specifically give you? Because I know that I have plenty of, like, random gifts I can shove into his hand. I don't think I have anything else for him. I think I probably dropped a handful of them back in, yeah. So, painted skyball. And also, actually, it's been a while since I've had more. She's maxed out, okay. But one of them, I want to get his approval up because that's actually going to be important. Technically. So let's see.
Your friend's a formidable foe, indeed. I'm sure.
Shut up and let me see your shit. Let's see. Oh, I should also sell you some things, I think. Yeah, let's get rid of that. And that, and that, and that, and that. Okay. So let's see. Something that Zevran would like. Ugly boots. That's if you want to piss him off, by the way. There's also the chastity belt, which is if you want to, like, ruin whatever opinion he has of you. Pet rock, by the way, is for Shale, and I love it. I think the rare Antivan brandy is for Zevran. But I don't have to spend anything for it, so I think that's for him. I know that it's one of the special items anyway, but let's see. This might actually be one of the ones that gives you, like, plus 50 approval, so we'll see.
I shall treasure it.
Yep.
Thank you.
So I've maxed him out now. Inspired massive dexterity. So I almost misread that as massive booty, and, well, with Zevran, has an actual threesome, yes. Canonically, you can have that with Isabella, Zevran, actually, canonical foursome. Zevran, Isabella, and Liliana can all get into a foursome with you. Anyway.
What say you?
Can't answer some questions.
By all means.
Let's just move on. So you got nothing else to say to me after I stop flirting with you?
I'm game.
Okay, never mind. Fine, I'm gonna go kiss my boyfriend.
Something you need, my dear?
And discuss something private.
Well, we're in camp. Now's as good a time as any to talk, right?
I may as well ask him, actually. Where do you see this going between us?
Wow. You don't hold back on the hard questions, huh? I don't know where this is going. We have the Blight to think of first, don't we? Everything else just seems so distant.
If we care about each other, that's all that matters. That's really not, but, like... So, I won't let you go, Alistair. No matter what.
Let's hope we have that option. This isn't really the time for this conversation. Please, let's just talk about this another time.
Uh-huh. Oh yeah, there's some awkwardness too, because there's a question mark on
Something
that.
you need, my dear? Well, we're in camp. Now's as good a time as any to talk, right?
Oh yeah, let's just kiss him.
Aha! I see talking isn't quite what you had in mind. Got it.
Oh, he actually got her face this time.
Huh.
Sometimes there's a glitch where he doesn't actually kiss your face.
I think we saw some of that last time.
Let's see. Actually, how is Shale's approval? It's not great. Do I have anything that I can give them? Not on... Well, you know what? You know what? I even just pointed it out.
You and your friends are formidable foe.
Let me motherfucking get them a pet fucking rock. Shale! Whoops.
It speaks.
Never mind. Sorry, I started to talk to you and then I realized I don't want to talk to you. I want to give you a fucking rock. Pet rock.
Ooh, shiny.
I can name the pet rock? What should I name the pet rock? Doesn't kiss the face because of awkwardness. Aha! I see you are going to kiss me, says J-Dude. Alistair, you dork. What should I name the pet rock?
Toe?
I actually liked that.
I strike again.
Toe? Why do I get to name the fucking pet rock? Oh, well. Toe. And that gets their approval up to max. Alright, may as well. Dwayne Johnson. Nah. Sorry, too late.
Too easy.
It speaks.
You're still with me? Or I have some questions.
It doesn't have better things to do.
Let's move on.
On then.
So, that is probably actually going to do it for today. Now, the thing is that as soon as we make it back to Redcliffe, is going to kick off a sort of end game section to this game. We're going to have still technically some time to take care of any unfinished business by that point, but I'm actually going to see what I can do to take care of a few of the side quests. I'm going to see about if I can't get Liliana that fucking nug, if I can't take care of Shale's quest, which is still yet to actually be uncovered. And I also have to take care of Morgan's request, which is dealing with Flemeth. But I think that has been a pretty good amount of chat time, about 2.5 hours on my end here. And I was glad to be able to complete that whole quest and to actually take down the High Dragon. I named it Rocky. Thumb and toe, I hate you, says J-Dude.
We aim to displease.
Well, that's what you aim to do.
Yeah.
But I am sorry that I missed a couple of weeks in there. I promise I would have been doing this last week, except that YouTube decided to be completely stupid. I am still planning on streaming next week at my usual time, same channel, same place, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern. I don't know how long people are going to be able to actually stick around for that. Those of you who are watching this live, just so you know, there's going to be a new video going up on Serenity Studios tomorrow, like it always does on Sundays. Every Sunday, there should be an upload of some kind. And I'm looking forward to this one because it's actually not of the backlog. This is actually a brand new video. And there are going to be a couple of those along the way as I continue work on re-uploading all of the old stuff over to the new channel. But yeah, I'm going to see what I can do to continue to add new content into the roster. There are some major projects that I believe I have touched on before. I am excited to make that happen. But yes, Sirenia Studios, guys, check it out, subscribe, and if you want to support me, you can... Okay. I do genuinely mean that the support that I get through Patreon and things like Super Chats, which, by the way, thank you again, Tucker. You did a couple of Super Chats today, so I really appreciate that. Thank you to everyone who came by to watch today. Thank you for watching both the silly stuff and the real talk. And I do mean that the support that you guys give, whether it's watching these videos, leaving comments, liking the videos, and especially if you subscribe to my new channel, Sirenia Studio. Okay. I know it all sounds like a script. And it's one of those things that YouTube is not only notorious for being awful about this shit, but, like, legitimately, potentially doing what they can to sabotage creators, especially small ones. So,
oh yes,
I talk about it because if I don't, YouTube might continue to fuck me over even worse. But I'm looking forward to some of the stuff that I've got coming, like I've been talking about for months now. But there's some new things I'm going to be putting into the pipeline soon. Some things that are currently in the pipeline. I've been really happy with the folks who have been helping me with stuff for Sirenia Studios, and hopefully I'll get the chance to properly introduce them before too long. Thank you again, Griffin, for coming by and joining me as a co-host for my stream.
Always a pleasure.
Well, it's always something, I'll say that.
Yeah, fair.
But I do appreciate you being here. It helps give me something to play off of, especially when I'm concentrating on trying to kill a fucking dragon.
I mean...
But you guys are all wonderful. I really do mean that. You guys are absolutely wonderful, and I hope that you have a wonderful week. And I look forward to hopefully seeing you next week.
Yeah.
So, you guys have a good one.
Take care, everyone.
Bye-bye.